Hey guys, we're back for the third installment in the Markatonic pentatonic box series, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you probably want to check out where this whole thing started. I'll link that up here, and welcome to Music with Marky. Okay, so today we move on to the third of our portable boxes that are easy to remember and play. And this one is going to start, if you go from the last one we did, one whole step higher. So you start, if we're going to work with a pentatonic minor as the example, you have your first note of the pentatonic minor here, you play the second note here, from the second note you go up a whole step. So in this case it would be D. And now this is, as far as remembering and ease of play, absolutely the easiest of the four boxes because each string is exactly the same. It's just a whole step. Now, as far as fitting that into music, it can be a little bit more difficult because it has some tones that are more what you'd consider the passing tones of this scale. But let me show you how it's done in a little bit of an example song here. I'll roll it now. So with this one, you have the root note in two places. It's here on the A string and here on the B string. So those are kind of safe places to land. To make this scale work well, you probably want to incorporate a little bit more bending action like you saw in the example there. And in this case, they're different bends. They're not whole step bends at the top of the scale anymore. They're half step bends. So if I'm playing on the E string, instead of bending to stay in the key, I have to bend a half step. And the same thing on the B string. And that starts to make it a little bit easier to get under your hands or to get the tones to land correctly. Doing those little bends in there is going to make the exotic notes not stand out as much, but having those cool exotic passing tones in it is what makes it different and what is making you break away from just playing the same pentatonics all the time. Now, a cool extra thing here to note is that in this box, the third box, and it's going to happen in the fourth one I give you next week as well, that you can also play the regular pentatonic in this position and it fits. Even though that is the D pentatonic minor scale, that fits over the A background as well. So again, so you can mix that with the other one I just gave you and get a whole bunch of extra notes in there. And the last thing I want to mention on this here is, just like before, it is portable and will move just like any other pentatonic scale. So if we were, say, playing in E pentatonic minor and I wanted to know which box to play in, so I would go from the first note to the second note to that note there, a whole step up from the second one. Just like here, we went root note, second note of the pentatonic, up a whole step. It's root note, second note of the pentatonic, up a whole step. And then we have the box. I'm going to play it down an octave because we're crammed up there. So if we were in E, you could play this third box that you're learning in that position. And so next week we move on to the last of the new Markatonic boxes and use this all week, just like I've been telling you with the other ones. Get used to it, get it under your fingers, get used to what notes you like to land on over background music, and start piecing them together where you're using more than just one, because now you're going to have 3 or 4 places to play in. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And until next time, guys, keep making great music.
Hey friends, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. It makes the whole world better.